Have you ever noticed that much of what you aspire toward is always positioned somewhere in the future? Whether it's hitting that sales milestone, finishing your first novel, relocating to another country, buying your dream home, or launching a new career, it's always out there, somewhere ahead of you. These are meaningful, worthwhile pursuits, and you should absolutely take pride in having such ambitions. But there's a subtle danger. If you're not mindful, you might spend your entire existence chasing them, living always in pursuit, never arriving. It's an easy trap to fall into. Before you realize it, your sense of worth and happiness gets tangled up in outcomes you have little full control over. Your life today becomes little more than a waiting room for a tomorrow that hasn't arrived and may never arrive. You become like a rabbit chasing a carrot tied just out of reach. A major reason this happens is because society often misrepresents what happiness actually is. We're taught to think of happiness as conditional. If I land that job, then I'll be happy. When I find true love, then I'll feel fulfilled. If I publish my book, then I'll finally feel complete. This mindset keeps us living in an imagined future, while our present moments slip by unnoticed. Here's the truth. Happiness isn't a destination you finally reach after a long journey. It's a practice, a way of approaching your life exactly as it is right now. It's a choice you make today, not a trophy you pick up later. Sure, it's healthy and necessary to have big goals that inspire you, but linking your sense of joy or fulfillment exclusively to a distant achievement only creates a void between your current self and your imagined future. That's why I've adopted a simple principle: focus on just one day at a time. I have dreams and aspirations just like anyone else, but instead of fixating on where I want to be years from now, I focus my energy on this one day, because today is the only thing within my reach. Yesterday is already written. It has lessons to offer, but it's no longer alive, so why waste my energy clinging to it? And tomorrow? It's just a concept, a story we tell ourselves. It hasn't been created yet, and it never will be if I don't act today. The reality is that every small choice you make right now builds the architecture of your future, whether you realize it or not. And so I ask myself, every day, what action can I take today that moves me one small step closer to where I want to go? If my dream is to author a book, I can dedicate just 1 hour today to writing. If I do that consistently for a year, the book will take shape. If I want to crush my sales target, I can commit today to reaching out to 5 more potential clients. Do that daily, and by the end of the month, I've dramatically expanded my chances of success. This is the power of the one day at a time mindset. Real change isn't made by giant, earth-shattering events. It's made by the quiet, daily repetition of small, intentional actions. James Clear, in Atomic Habits, reminds us, success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. And Darren Hardy, in The Compound Effect, teaches that it's the accumulation of seemingly tiny choices made day after day that lead to massive changes over time. This way of living can completely reshape your life. Think about it. If you devoted just a small amount of time each day to something that sets your heart on fire, where would you find yourself after 90 days? After 1 year? After 5? The future you dream about would no longer feel distant. You'd be living inside it. You'll find yourself holding a book you wrote, speaking a language you once only dreamed of learning, building a career you once thought was impossible, all because you showed up for yourself daily. The one day at a time principle rests on a simple formula. Choose one aspect of your life that you deeply care about. Decide on a small, manageable amount of time to dedicate to it each day. Visualize where you'll be if you honor that commitment over months and years. There's a wonderful moment from the Peanuts comic strip where Charlie Brown says, "I have a new philosophy. I'm only going to dread one day at a time." It's a playful reminder that the only thing we ever really possess is today. Worrying about all the tomorrows only drains the energy you need to fully engage with today. Choose to invest your attention, your energy, and your love into this day, and watch how your life transforms. Create a domino effect in your life. Whenever I feel overwhelmed by the uncertainty of the future, whether it's financial stress from running a business or the creeping fear of not being good enough as a writer, I come back to this one simple truth: live today. Focus on what I can do right now. Taking small, deliberate actions today helps me quiet the noise of anxiety and self-doubt. It gives me the strength to keep going without being crushed by the weight of imagined futures. There's a Latin phrase that captures this beautifully. Vires acquiret iundo. We gather strength as we go. One step at a time, one page written at a time, one prospect called at a time. It's by taking consistent small actions one day at a time that we ultimately generate powerful momentum in our lives. This principle, this simple way of living, will create miracles for you. So I leave you with a final question to consider. What is one thing you can do today, just today, that will bring you one step closer to your dreams?